in me talking about that. If not, I will just do my regular talk. Actually, I just used a little technique to ask you to give me a little bit of interaction today as we are talking, and give everybody a little chance to share. Tell me where you are from in the chat box. Tell me where you are from. If you have a little a pin title already, what are your pin titles? Are you Team Elite, Blue Diamond? Are you Diamond, Emerald, Ruby, Lapis? Are you, just give me a little sense of who you are as we get started with our call today. And I think some of you are Chinese, so I hope you can translate me fast enough. I don't know. They said there was going to be translation. All right. Wow. A lot from the US. Amazing. Fantastic. Montreal, Team Elite. Yes. All right. Holland. All right. Yeah. So, it gives me a great pleasure to be with you guys today. I'm going to start with, a little bit of my beginnings, give you a little background for Lydia, who really doesn't know me yet. I think this will be useful for some of you who, know about me. I have used a lot of personal development in my development of myself and my new skin business. And so hopefully those will also give you some idea. Let me see, I have a little prepared PowerPoint here. Let me see if that works out okay. Let me hit play here. Lydia, you can see everything okay? Is all right with my on screen? Give me a thumbs up if it is, or yeah, you can give me so yeah, okay. All right. Well, aloha, everybody. Alan Nagao. If you want to invite some more people onto our call, you're welcome to do that during our call. If you find some interesting points happening, I would definitely bring some people on at the end of the call because, yeah, I'll be covering some pretty strong new information on what we have been doing that has been spectacular in our Team Elite production anyway area. So if any of you really are interested to be a Team Elite today, I hope you will take some of these suggestions as instructions and not just good ideas. I do recommend that as we're going through the day, make a little square. This is something I do with my team all the time. I have them draw a square in their notebook. Kind of, oh man, that's a bad pen. Let's see here. Just to give you an idea what it looks like, I just draw a big empty square in the notebook. Oops, can you see that? I can't see that. Oh well. I just draw a square in the notebook. And in that square, you want to put in the notes those very special things that I must do, like you must do, or very special instructions that I'll be giving you today that will make a huge impact in your business. I hope, if nothing else, to make a huge impact in your business. Of course, give you some energy and give you some maybe some good mindset training. But really, if there's specific things that I'm not doing that I need to do right now in my business, then write those notes in that little square. That's what I want in the square. You can take notes any which way you want, but do that one topic, okay? So, well, my story begins in Hawaii. This is my favorite toy, the little cart. This and basically a skateboard is how I got around because I was born with a handicap, a disability caused by drugs given to my mom during the pregnancy. It was a drug for morning sickness. It was a bad drug in the early 60s, and tens of thousands of kids were born without arms, with little flippers, in my case, without a leg, and a very short stump. It's made it very difficult to walk, and I had to wear a helmet every day, even to elementary school. I remember my first day in elementary school, walking into school, and all the kids ran away from me. You're a monster. You're a robot. And you know, kids can be quite cruel. I remember, standing in the playground, and some kids realized that if they pushed me just a little bit to the right, I would fall like a tree, and I could never catch them because, yeah, I couldn't run. I couldn't catch them, right? So, my memory of elementary school, every day holding on to the pole in my garage saying, I don't want to go to school. I don't want to go to school. I don't want to go to school. And so, but I think God take away something, always give you something. And for me, that was the smile on my face. Pretty much every day I can remember I had this smile. And so I will tell you that has been my biggest secret to success. I actually ended up, because I was part of the Easter Seal Society, which was a society for crippled kids to get educated and to get help. I was the Easter Seal poster child, and I got to travel and meet the President of the United States of America at the time, all the way up in in Washington D.C. from Hawaii. Imagine those days of airplanes that were mostly propeller driven. It was quite a long trip, but I think this really put me in a really good space to think that other things were possible in my life. I really kind of experienced a lot in my high school days. I was not really that good of a student, to tell you the truth. My mom was so happy when I graduated on time, but I surfed almost every day. Now, getting into the water where I surf, the waves come all the way up the beach, and I have to hop down the beach, boing, 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 all the way down, splash into the water. Now, I once I was in the water, I could swim as fast as anybody else. I could not run, couldn't do things on land, but once I was in the water, I could swim. I could swim just as fast. I could surf. So I love surfing. But every time to get into the water, I had to hop down that beach. People would stare at me, and I hated that feeling. I really, imagine high school, your first year in high school, and people stare at you walking into school, how you feel, right? Well, that's how I felt. And I had to decide, was I going to do what I love to do, or was I going to let what other people think or do control what I love to do? And, I basically boing, 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 boing down the beach every day. I love surfing. Well, why I tell you this story is because if you really decide to go to the top, really decide to have success, I mean great success, you will have to decide whether your dream is enough to get you to do whatever it takes to make things happen and not care about what other people think or what other people do. And I know that people sometimes say, You're crazy. You're crazy. Like, are you kidding? What makes you think you can succeed? And you have to decide, I'm going to succeed no matter what. And I will say this about, the process, because there is a process that you will go through to get to the top. And so I think that crazy people, crazy income. That's my belief. You might want to look at your beliefs, but I think, the crazier, the better. I love all of my crazy friends. They're my favorite ones. And all of my team elites have a crazy streak in them. They don't care. They just go out and do whatever it takes, and it seems incredible, right? Well, recently, Patty Acosta and I have discovered, I'll just say Patty, I'll give her all of the credit for this, discovered 10X by Grant Cardone, 10X. There's a little video that you might want to go look up. And this video is just an overview of his book, 10X. And it's about 6 minutes long in English. I'm sure you can find it in Chinese. It's a little animated video, but he talks about, you know, doing 10 times the amount of work. I mean, just being willing, just open yourself up to growing 10 times and then being willing to do 10 times the work. And if you kind of let go of all of your barriers and just say, I'm going to be 10x, magic happens. And I'm going to say, let the magic into your life today with this talk, with this ideas. And if one of those notes of things I have to do, write it in that square, is 10x by Grant Cardone. Look at the review that video, 10x on YouTube, okay? And that is the beginning of the mindset I want to talk about. How do you do 10x? What is the way to make 10x happen in your life? And Grant Cardone talks about work, being willing to work 10 times harder. I think that just takes all of the limitations off of you so you can move forward in life. And for me, and it has been with a lot of personal development training. Now, I've had probably 38 years of this since my early 20s, and I needed it. Trust me, I was quite undisciplined. I was quite wild. I was a dreamer, but I didn't know how to make any dreams happen. I had a lot of big ideas, but it never came true. I actually didn't believe in myself because I had set so many dreams and goals that I did not accomplish. And I went to a seminar, seminars, and during that seminar, I realized that one of the keys is to reprogram your mind, the inside of your mind, the deep, the subconscious mind. And I actually made audio tapes. At that time, it was cassette tapes, recording like 80 positive affirmations, like I am disciplined, I am focused, I am organized, I am a powerful leader, I am I am a motivator. A lot of things, and so I wrote all of these things down, things was not at the time, and I played it to myself every night over over an auto reverse tape recorder at that time, Walkman, I believe, and I would play it into my ears all night long, back and forth, back and forth. Well, they say when you really want to learn something, your teacher will appear. And my teacher appeared. His name is Mr. Joseph Green. He was 88 years old when I met him, born in 1897. Do you know anybody else born in 1897? Well, I was so happy to meet him. He was taught directly by Napoleon Hill. Napoleon Hill wrote the most famous book on success called Think and Grow Rich. If you haven't read that book completely, I'm sure most of you have, study it. There is the 13 principles of success in it. Well, I was taught directly. I'm second generation to Napoleon Hill, directly by my mentor. I remember seeing letters from Henry Ford in his briefcase. Imagine a living legacy, a living legend being able to teach. I was so excited to meet this guy and to learn from him and to study. And I had 2 years of study. Now, he had a beautiful technique. He would work for 5 years. He considered that time sharpening the sword, working on his personal development, understanding the philosophy of success more and more, and then uh, applying it. Recently I met Philip Chan, and I would say in the last 10 years, we've had a great relationship together. And I studied his philosophy of success, and it is parallel to what I learned from Joseph Green. So I've included today some of Philip's um, presentation. But, really, when you talk about Think and Grow Rich, it really comes from the richest man in the world at the time, Andrew Carnegie. That's who contracted Napoleon Hill to write the book. and set up all of the appointment is 500. So writing of 500 of the most successful people in the world at that time, kings and queens, presidents, Henry Ford, Harvey Firestone, so many incredible names that you hear about. Now, this book, written in 1937, contains 13 principles, of which I'm going to cover the three most important ones my mentor taught me in his 2 years of teaching. And it has made me a multi-millionaire multiple times. And I have taught it to my team members, and I probably have about 50 of them as $1 million circles now. And I think this year we'll set all records in that process. So the idea is that, yes, I have gotten successful, but I've now been able to teach it to others. And that, I think, is even a bigger idea because, yeah, I mean, of course, being successful yourself is great, but being able to share that with others and then actually seeing it to fruition is the best part. So I'm just going to say all achievements, all earned riches have their beginnings in an idea. So I want you to think about what is your idea, your single biggest idea that you want to achieve. And single mindedness is one of the key factors, becoming single minded. I know a lot of women are on the call right now, and you have multiple requirements in your life. You have a family, you have children, you have a husband, you have right now teaching duties. A lot of you have cooking and cleaning even, and you have so many things in your life. Now the idea is, I think many people hear about balance, like I need to balance my life, I need time for my kids, I need this and that and all of the things. And I'm going to tell you truthfully, if you're going to really hunt the top of this company, to be a team elite, to be a blue diamond, to go, you will have balance over the next 5 or 10 years. You will have balance, but today may not look balanced. Today may look like work 18 hours a day. Okay, I mean, really, if you go 10x, yes, that's what it might look like. And you do get in a little time for your health, you drink your green shake, you do the things you can do, and you will never let go of your family, obviously, but you may have to find some new ideas. I remember, Patty, talking to some of our guys that wanted to really grow. And in Latin America, you can get a tutor for your kids, so they didn't have to spend all day tutoring their kids and teaching during this pandemic. And like, let's hire one, like, go and decide you're going to solve some of this problem. And I'm sorry to say that many husbands were washing the clothes and taking care of household duties as well during this time, but they went out and focused and made it happen. Do you need to make some of those decisions and changes in your life to focus and go 10x? Do you need to do that? Then today, decide. Write that down in the square. There is no other way. You will be balanced in 10 years, in 5 years. We have a lifestyle now that, I can do whatever I want for years on end. Okay. I mean, no kidding. I mean, Margaret's son can tell you that. I mean, we do what we want to do. She's the most amazing. Pat and Marguerite are the most amazing leader, because for sure they do not need to do anything for the last 10 years. And they have been so active and so beautiful to work with. I love them so much. Anyway, again, I thank them for inviting me on today. So I'm just going to cover a few thoughts. And these are, number one, thoughts are things. Be aware of your thoughts and what you're thinking of. If you're all mixed up doing 10 things at once, that's not going to work. You got to focus and get single minded. And that's the thought that we're talking about. I remember my mentor said to me, I'm in my 20s. Imagine what 20-year-olds love. Cars. What kind of car you want? For some reason, I wanted a Lincoln Continental. And it was a big, giant tank, really. But I loved it. I loved the luxury, the feeling of luxury. Now, that time I was driving an old Ford, rusted, holes all over the roof. You know, in Hawaii, we have a lot of salt in the air. So there's literally holes across the top. I remember in my car, I'd come to a stop and the water would pour on my lap. I mean, and I never washed the car ever. My mentor said, you need to develop your wealth consciousness. You need to develop an attitude of how you live. He asked me, how would you take care of a Lincoln like this? And I said, well, I'd wash it, once a week. I'd polish it. I'd polish the chrome rims. I'd probably clean the interior vacuum. What kind of gas would you fill it up with? Well, premium, of course. Well, take care of your car like that. No, I got to tell you, whatever my mentor said, I'd do immediately. And I was thinking, I'm going to clean my old Ford. You cannot even imagine what my Ford looked like. It was, dented. It had primer and rust all over the roof. It was like that. I ended up polishing the rust on the roof. Polishing, there were tires that had caps and some that didn't. I polished the ones that didn't have with chrome polish, okay? I mean, crazy. He said, you need to use all of your senses to visualize your success before you succeed. And what does that mean? Sight, right? Hearing, smell, taste, even feeling. So as I did this process of visualizing my old Ford as being a Lincoln, I actually would pretend like I would literally push a button with my finger and then roll down my manual window. I'd go, bzzz. I'd make those noises every time I did it. I know you're going to say, you're crazy. But remember my first premise: crazy people, crazy income. Crazy people, crazy income. Okay, so I went crazy. I would go to the gas station with my polished Ford, dented, dinged up car, and I'd say, Phil, I'd roll down my window with my finger, and I'd say, fill my Lincoln with premium. The attendant would look at me like, hey, you want to fill this car up with premium? I said, yes, fill my Lincoln with premium and roll up my window. Every week, that's what I would do. You know that there is a spray that makes your car smell new? 3 cans of that spray. Because I don't know if you can imagine a car that has water in it. My carpet was supposed to be like light tan color, was black because of the mold. So imagine what my car smelled like when you walked in, right? Well, 3 cans of that spray, new carpet, like mats, the trunk, everything, just tried to do the best I could. Use all of your sights and sounds. I was driving my Lincoln in 4 months. I never knew really at that time you could kind of buy a car on its own value a little bit. I mean, not all, but I put down my deposit, drove my car home. And guess what was the first thing I did when I got home? Washed my car. And guess what happened? I realized what my mentor was teaching me. As I went around that front end of that Lincoln and that sharp, long hood and edge, I realized I have done this before in my mind. How do you focus your mind? You visualize it, but with your hands, with your sound, with your taste. Taste, Timali. Feel it, experience it, do it, all in your mind. You have to do the work, yes, but you have to do this step is so important. to visualize your success before you succeed. You, when you decide to let it all go, in other words, I'm going to be all in, I'm going to do 100%, I'm going to go 10x, and you start visualizing your success, you have a power. I call this the magic genie inside of you. You open the door, and this magic genie arrives, and he says, your wish is my command. And that's what you're looking for. Your wish is my command. Now, what are you wishing from your genie? A lot of people say, well, genie, I want to be a team elite. But in the very next word that comes out of their brain, the next thought is, but I don't know how. And your genie says, your wish is my command. I don't work hard enough. Your wish is my command. I can't do it. I got a big family. Your wish is my command. Anything that you say in your mind, your genie is saying yes to. What are you asking your genie to produce for you? And if it's 10 things, you will get nothing. If it's one thing, you'll get everything. And yes, you will have the time with your family and the time with everything you need. But first, produce the thing that you need most. And that's the secret of this talk today, is to create. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you are right. So what are you being right about? You know, I always say people are looking at their lives every day, looking at their life. This is what is in my life. This is the life I'm having. This is my financial condition. And they look at what is, what is, what is, what is every day. And what does your mind produce? More of what is. You keep on producing what is. Well, is that what you want? Do you want what is? And if not, then you have to blind yourself a little to what is so you can see what isn't. And when what isn't becomes so clear in your mind that you literally see what isn't more clearly than what is, you get what isn't. And what is disappears in your life. So if you want to change your life, the secret is right here. See your success before you succeed. Visualize the perfect end result. Dream. You know, as Philip Chun says, type 5, not only having money, but having time, having health, happiness, love, you know, helping others, you know, makes you feel so good. But success is never an accident. It is a deliberate creation that first happens in our mind. If we don't focus on our mind on what we want, you know, my mentor always said, we have a beautiful, fertile field. But if you don't plant good seed, you grow weeds. That is what happens. So you have to plant the seed that you want to grow. If you want to be a team elite, you want to be a 4-star platinum team elite, then start to put in your mind those very special thoughts of what it is to be a team elite and how you're going to get there. What isn't is more important than what is. So get clear and let's rock and roll. If you are a team elite, how many team elites are we going to make this year in your team? Where do you want to go? Let's go for it. Let's go 10x. So focus, mind power is one of the strongest forces on earth, says Mark Victor Hansen. And what I'm talking about is a super focus, not just a regular focus, an incredible, deliberate, absolute focus on a single thought so that you can produce incredible results. We're talking about opening the channel to your subconscious mind, to open that channel to explode this incredible power. They say we only operate on 5% of our mind's power. Well, God didn't give us the other 95 for no reason. Accessing it is not a game that a lazy person can do. You have to deliberately focus your mind. You have to actually push yourself. You have to open your mind and open your belief channel so that you can have what you want. My first business, I was running a business, kite business, selling $80 a day. I started my personal development journey here. I was losing money every day. My mentor said, set a goal you don't think you can achieve. So that's one of the secrets. Set a goal you don't think you can achieve. A goal so big that you literally don't believe you can do it. And then use the techniques I'm going to show you today to believe it, to see it, and to make it happen. My kite business, I said to him, well, I want my $80 a day kite business to do $2,000 a day selling kites. Now, think about it. Does that sound reasonable? $2,000 a day? I had 700 square feet. I achieved my goal in less than 2 years. It's incredible what happens with this power. When you close the door to your mind of negative thoughts, the door of opportunity opens to you, says Napoleon Hill. So my mentor immediately when I achieved my goal said, set your next goal. I said, I want to travel around the world. Little did I know there was such a thing as a professional kite flyer. And little did I know that people would actually pay for us to travel around the world. And we visualized our success. This is a scene of us visualizing our routine using little sticks with little kites at the end. And we're practicing our aerial ballet to music with these little things. To see the perfect picture is one of the key factors. You must be able to see the perfect end result. And we became the world champions. So I taught 4 other people how to do this process. A goal is a dream with a deadline. Set a date when you're going to make it. I'm going to be December 31st, 2021, Team Elite 4-star Platinum. Write it down. Get clear about it. I decided to, finish my career with professional kite flying, but I wanted to build a home. Well, my mentor said, find exactly where you want to be. I wanted to be overlooking my favorite places to fish, to surf, and all of the things I love to do, fly kites. And I actually built my own home. You can see me working on it here. And it was amazing because I didn't have money. I built a multi-million dollar home with like no money. And you might say, well, how's that even possible? Well, I was able to co-sign a loan, and then I built it myself. My dad was a general contractor, and we got a lot of the materials free. Free. It's amazing what the subconscious mind will provide for you. And so, all of the installation, marble tiles. I have 2,000 square feet of marble in my home. I got it for $1 a square. $1 a square. That's cheaper than ceramic or plastic vinyl, and it's marble. Well, how does that happen? I wish I could tell you, how it happened. I'll tell you that, a hotel finished construction. They had 8 tons of marble left over, and they just wanted it off their property, and I bought it. Okay, well, that's physically what happened, but I'm going to tell you what really happened. I programmed my mind. I saw the perfect end result, and I asked everybody I knew if there was any way that I could get, the floor covering for my home. And one day somebody called me and said, "There's giving away the marble. You just go down and pick it up with a truck." They're giving away the insulation on a military construction site that was completed. Do you want it? Come and grab it. You cannot even imagine the luck that occurs when you decide. And I know I don't believe in luck. So obviously, there is something of a process. And this is my completed home overlooking. I can see Wales from my home. I see sunrise to sunset, 270 degrees view. Your wish is my command. So I want you to believe in this. I built my home, then I had to pay my mortgage. I almost died. My first mortgage was like 2 months of pay plus all my savings, and that was 1 month of mortgage. And I was like, I can't live for 30 years like this. So I did what my mentor said, set a goal I didn't think I could achieve. I said, I'm going to pay off this home in less than 2 years. I paid it off in 1 year and 7 months. So now you know what is the secret. The secret, need. I needed success. I set goals so big, I needed more success. And I created a system to sell yo-yos. My system was like karate. So kids would practice 10 tricks. They become white belt, 10 more tricks, yellow, green, eventually black belt. And failure cannot cope with persistence. I struggled to build this business. I was successful immediately in Hawaii, but then I brought the idea to Japan. I made $1 a yo-yo in Japan. You cannot even imagine how many people said, "We don't buy toys from America, we sell toys to America." These are the biggest toy companies in Japan. But even with all of that, if you have a burning desire for your success, and how you get that is with a definite purpose statement that you learn from Think and Grow Rich, and a self-confidence formula which you learn from Think and Grow Rich. The boom in Japan was immense. This is 70,000 boys 9 to 12 years old all buying yo-yos at one yo-yo event. It's amazing what happens when you visualize your success. Bruce Lee has a definite chief aim in life. I was online one day and I saw Bruce Lee's definite in his own handwriting. I don't believe in pure luck. You have to create your own luck. And so this is how you do it. You write a statement of your definite purpose in life. You need a date. I usually tell my team members, set a date 1 year from now. I'll tell you the truth. It takes me normally 2 years to get my burning desire. But you set it 1 year from now and you check in with yourself 1 year from now. Am I stating it out loud? These are the three things you must check with yourself. Am I stating it out loud twice a day? Am I visualizing my success every day? And am I doing my self-confidence formula? Not repeating it, doing it. And do I have the energy of success, visualizing it already done? There's 6 things that are in a definite statement. A date 1 year from now, the amount of money you want to make per month, what you have to do to have that success. I always say 3 3s, 3 new contacts a day, 3 representations a day, 3 new customers a week. But all of my team elite said 6 6 6 or more. So 10x if you have to. The behaviors you need more of. I needed to be more disciplined, more focused, more organized. You write down those things that you need more of. And then write down what it's going to look like. Number 5, what it's going to look like when you have success. What are you going to do for yourself? What are you going to do for your family? And what you're going to do for the world? And number 6, thank you, God, for it is done. Know that you don't have to do it all by yourself. These are the key components to having this great success. And then The self-confidence formula is written in the chapter of faith, how to have the ultimate self-confidence. You have a goal, but you need to believe you can achieve it. It's not enough just to have a goal. You need to believe you can achieve it. And the self-confidence formula gives you that belief. Now, I'm going to do part of the self-confidence formula so you can get an idea how it sounds. And if you're doing translation, I'm not sure if translation is going on behind. Listen to me. Don't listen to the translation, because the key is the voice, the tone of your voice, and the feeling when you're doing your statement and self-confidence formula. You need to combine repetition with emotional involvement. That's what works. You say the numbers to the left of it, each paragraph is numbered very loudly, and it helps you to memorize the statement. First, I know that I have the ability to achieve the object of my definite purpose in life. Therefore, I demand of myself persistent, continuous action towards this attainment, and I here now promise to render such action. Second, I know that the dominating thoughts of my mind will gradually transform themselves into outward physical action and eventually transform themselves into physical reality. Therefore, I concentrate my thoughts for 30 minutes daily upon the task of thinking of the team elite I intend to become, thereby creating in my mind a clear mental picture of that person. Well, I added that word team elite, but basically you get the idea. Think about what it is that you want, repeat it out loud every day, and then visualize your success every single day. You combine this mindset with the system we have and the action steps and create new habits. 3 steps: your mindset, your system, and your habits. Those are what builds your team elite. Hope all of you have dream boards already. If you don't, you can just do a little like a drawing of it. It's just so that you can start visualizing in pictures. Your mind sees everything in pictures. So see the picture, see the goal, see the dream. You know, my goal this year is to have a perfect health, to have to look amazing naked, to be 165 pounds, TR90 rocks, to have a big goal, to have all my beautiful mansions all completely like ready with my boat and boat dock. I'm enjoying fishing recently a lot. So, you know, and to be the governor of the state of Hawaii, one of my big long-term dreams is to move back to Hawaii and to take a leadership role there. So, I mean, like, I want to accomplish my Vitameal dream to end world hunger. I'm working on that every day. And it's really, to have 1,000 people on our Zooms. I've accomplished that a bunch of times this year. And, this is, again, oops, sorry, my phone's going off here. So patience, persistence, perspiration, all of those make an unbeatable combination for success. Patience. So, some people say, but I thought you got to be like in action. Well, if you understand the concept of yin and yang or dualism, the urgency in the yin, the really urgent, is combined with not, slowness. No, patience is the opposite. So you got to be strong, urgent, and patient at the same moment. That is the dualism that you want to learn. So, yes, you want to be ready for action. You want to do all of that, but yet you want to be persistent and patient in your actions every day. So give yourself that Always look at what you did accomplish, not what you didn't accomplish. Love yourself every day. These are the key mental principles that must be in place for you to build your team elite. Dream so big they call you crazy. Go for it. My dream to end world hunger. And, with our Nourish the Children program, we've doubled now our donations in Colombia and Mexico. We're going to 10 times that in Vietnam. So I have a dream to build a Vitamil plant in Vietnam and to have 100,000 meals delivered there every single day. And my team will do it. I know they will. But this all brings on the law that you need to understand. It's the law of retribution. When you give, you receive. If you want your team to have a lot of success this year, get them to give. We spend 1 day minimum a month just focused on giving. And that brings on luck. Okay. That brings on powerful leaders in our team. We attract leaders. And that luck is activated with the law of retribution. As you sow, so shall you reap. As you give, you will receive. Don't believe me? Try it. See if it doesn't work for you. I tell all of my people that want to be team elite, become an ambassador with Nourish the Children. Give your 4 bags, go find 12 more. Start there. I know that sounds like, well, when I'm a team elite, of course I'm going to give those bags. No, don't think that way. Give first, okay? It's like building a fire. You don't tell the fire, the fire to give me wood and I'll give you heat. No, put the wood on the fire first, light it up. Start becoming an ambassador, chief ambassador, and watch what happens backwards to you. So, I've taught this to many of my team members. Obviously, Steve Wong, you guys know him, right? $5 million Circle. Patty Acosta, 30 new team elites in her team last year, 2020. 10 4-star, 3 and 4-star platinum team elites. Think about, you know, this sounds like such a simple principle. Why doesn't everybody do it? I cannot tell you why so many people don't do it, but it does take effort to do anything, to make any slight modification. And the biggest thing that can stop you from this is you have to love yourself. So to do better, there's like pause between tasks. It's not just about doing more, 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 more. Create a morning ritual. I get all of my teams to get up 1 hour early. I know Marguerite and Pat Sung do this. Like get up 1 hour early and have a morning ritual. Go and do a little meditation. Do your statement, self-confidence, blah blah. Top 5 list. Do all of that. Turn off the radio. You don't need any negative thoughts to come in. Practice single tasking. Learn to journal. Let nature in. Like run and think. Like exercise every day. These are absolutely necessary for you to have success. You know, you can teach, why do we do this? Well, the best part is you can teach it to people you love the most. And I've taught my son, and you can see him right now on Netflix. If you go to Netflix, you go to We Are the Champion. We Are the Champion in Netflix. Look for Yo-Yo, world champion in yo-yos. Well, right now launching his new career in music. You want to look him up? Evan Nagao, or Evan from Heaven on music, launching his new musical career. Think about this, okay? How much advertising is it to be on Netflix? That's 600 million views. Now, he could try and build an album and get out slowly, step by step, or he could use the definite main purpose in life statement, which he did, to become a world champion for yo-yos, to become a musician. And I remember 4 years ago when he was saying, I'm going to do music now. I'm done with my yo-yo goal. And I said to him, really, I did say this to him, can you sing? I felt terrible in saying that, but I never heard him sing. He says, not yet. I'm going to learn. And online, that's how he learned it. Think about this now, to have that confidence, to say, I can do whatever I want. What, what is better gift to give to your kids than to give them anything they want? And then to teach them how to earn it. What I'm trying to say to you is this, look, if you do this and have your success, you can give the greatest gift to the people you love the most. I mean, if you don't have a reason to have success yourself, then how about doing it for others and the most important people in your life? And probably for you, like me, is your kids. So go for it. So I'm gonna share just one last thought for you guys. And let me see if I can stop my share here. Where is my little cursor? I can't find it. Stop my share. It's usually up here for me. Well, let me see if something's not working. I'm hitting escape. Nothing happening. Well, I just finished up with this screen on. So I will just share with you, one of the biggest things we've been doing with our team that has been really, really powerful has been to just get our team focused. Get our team focused. Maybe I can do it now. Let's see. Oh. Sorry, I can't see my cursor. If anybody can help me stop screen share, I'll appreciate that. Okay, did it stop? Oh, now I can escape. Okay, here we go. I think I'm okay. Lydia, I'm okay. Yeah, everything okay?
Yeah, everything's good.
Well, I'm just gonna share with you, what we did to get 30 team elites, really. I mean, it was actually something like what we talked about today. What we did was just check in with our leaders, our diamonds and above. And we just checked in. But instead of telling them, which we have done for years, what to do, we asked a lot of questions. By asking questions, they expanded their own mind. I can't tell somebody to expand your mind. So I'm going to tell you the key is to ask yourself, or have your upline ask you questions like, how many, what do you want? What is your goal for December 31st this year? What is your goal? And then start to ask yourself other questions. How many people do you want on the next success trip? We realize that a team elite is complex in people's minds, but it's not complex. If you have a ruby, you're 10,000 points. Two rubies is 20, 30, 40, right? So if you really think about it, 10 rubies is your team elite. Think about it like, okay, how do I do that? Well, we realize that if people go on a success trip, they're basically a ruby. They have 10,000 points. So it's 10 people going on success trips. Focus on success trips. Get efficient at tracking people's success trips. Call them in the beginning of the month. Work with people that want to go. Work with the people that want to go. And I don't mean the people that say yes like this. Okay. I don't mean the the Asian yes that because they don't want to say no, so they say yes. I don't mean that. I mean the one that you feel, you can see, you can hear that they want to go. Work with those people, even if you give them an incredible list of things they got to do, like get up 1 hour early at 5 a.m. and start their day and set some goals every day and visualize their success and write their statement and say their statement and do their three threes or six sixes. You give them all of this assignment, and the people that want to go on the trip really try their best. That was our secret, is that we just worked with those people that really want it. Sometimes you work with BRs and they're like, it's they don't want it. They just want to stay comfortable. Then let them work with the ones that want to grow. And we did that this year, and we set a goal. How many people are going on the trip? We have 300 going on the trip from Latin America. 300. I had to add 2 extra trips. And so you can imagine what it's like when you focus and follow up. So call your leaders, have some time with them, beginning of the month, end of the month, talk with them, find out what they want, and mostly get them to expand their thinking, their mind, to see how they're going to do it. Ask them how many BRs they want this year. And then the last thing is teach them how to drive the line, how to have, big leaders at the bottom of their team. I told all my leaders this year, all you have to do is one last step. These were my diamond leaders. Only one last step. Learn how to drive lines. And we taught them. And we had them do it. So sponsor 2 new LOIs at the end of every month and work the entire month to drive those lines. And those were the little secrets we did. It's been an amazing year, and I just happy that I can help you guys. None of you are in my downline. Well, I see one of my downline here, but basically that's what New Skin is. New Skin is helping other people. But do you think it's going to benefit me by helping you? Absolutely. There is a law, and the law is the law of retribution or the law of giving. And everything comes back. And I want to thank Marguerite and Pat Sung for teaching me how to do this business. I mean, they are the best. You have literally the best mentors in the world. And they were so gracious. I remember Marguerite saying to me one day, "Hey, Alan, can you come to Maryland and do a seminar?" I'm in Hawaii at that time. I wasn't really much around the world. And I was like, "I'll do my best." But I was kind of like, "Oh, I don't know, you know. And 2 weeks later, she was like, "Hey, Alan, I'm here in San Francisco at some of your downline. And I was wondering if there's anything you want me to teach them." I'm like, "You're with my downline?" "Yeah. And wondering if there's anything you want me to teach them." And I said, "Well, I don't know, just your story, and just tell them, maybe what you have experienced and what you think would work for them. Anything is fine." And I was so excited. And then 2 weeks later, she's like, "Hey, Alan, I'm in Los Angeles with some of your downline. Is there anything you want me to teach them?" I'm like, "You're in Los Angeles with my downline?" "Yeah, I mean, definitely. Can you help them with this and that?" I called her 1 week later. "I'm coming to Maryland." Give first is my lesson I got from, Pat and Marguerite. And I thank them so much. They gave me so much that has helped me in my business. And I just can tell you, you're so lucky to be part of that amazing team of leaders. And they have replicated that leadership all the way down. No matter who it is on their downline, I enjoyed fully at our trips. So thank you guys for an awesome morning. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make a comment in the comment box, chat box, of one or two things. This is your assignment right now. Make a comment on the chat box, one or two things you're going to do after this seminar today. Like, I'm going to start this or that, what it is that you're going to do from the class. Give me some of the things that you wrote down in the box. And I think Margaret and Pat have their hands up over here somewhere. So maybe you can find them and give them a chance. I'd love them to come on and share a little of their thoughts of today's conversation. So everybody type in, keep typing. I want 117 responses. Okay, this is like, I'll tell you, you cannot learn this without taking action. The action teaches you the business. Okay. Christine, thank you for your translation. I hope I didn't speak too fast. I'm sorry.
Hi, Alan. It was really good.
All right.
I love your story. I love this writing the box, and then 10 times what you want to do. Correct.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know,
I remember your bus. I remember your bus. Where's your bus?
well, you know, we're now online. Everything is just so
I know.
simple. You know, I lost like 25 pounds this year during pandemic because
Really?
I can swim every day. I can swim. I can control my diet. I don't eat out every day. Oh man, this has been a great year. I feel younger too. I mean, it's just been amazing, but I cannot wait for our new Collagen Plus. Oh, we're
Yeah.
gonna have a great year. Hey, hello.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing.
I know.
Great story. Okay,
I
great
know.
lessons.
You know, talking about that, you know, Irene and Jim are coming. We're going to see him on the 28th. They're going to do product love here near our house in the restaurant near here.
Wonderful.
Well,
I love them so much.
Yeah.
They are beginning to relax all these restrictions. So
I
hopefully
know.
by the time they come, no more face masks. You
Yeah,
can eat with a face mask, you know?
Yeah.
exactly. Right on. Thank you so much for inviting me today. I hope if you guys did record it or put it somewhere I can
Yeah.
get.
It's recorded. It is recorded, and then it's going to be put on YouTube. And Carrie Zhang, a team lead. She is second level to Betty Song. She is the one that started this program, and then we got together, I think, at the end of last year, and so we run it together once a month. Yeah. Maybe Carrie wants to be on. Hello, Carrie.
I'm here. Thank you, Margaret and Patrick, and thank you, Ellen Nagao. We are so lucky you are in our house, you know. And I learned a lot today. Energy.
Energy, yes, energy.
Yeah. And
Alan has best energy.
Yes, focus is is the most important. And to be a crazier.
To be-
Right? Crazy people, yeah. Crazy people can make a crazy income, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to be the crazier.
Patty and I have a goal to do 100 new team elites this year, and we feel crazy.
Wow.
Thank you so much. I learned a lot. I think our team member learn a lot. Yeah.
Yes, I want everybody to make comment, okay, guys? So please, everybody make your comment. And if, you know, the leaders can look at all of the comments and start to really work with those teams that want to move.
I was wondering what that noise was.
I know. We said, oh, there's a
that was
phone
me,
ringing
yeah.
here in my house.
Okay, well, anyway, thank you again,
Yeah.
Pat and Marguerite. We love you. Thank you for all you have done for me, my team, all over the world.
Thank
Just
you.
appreciate
Actually,
Well, thank you what you've done
Thank
for
you.
us
Oh,
too.
yeah, yeah. That'd be great.
Well, that's a great part about sharing together, you know, okay? Instead of, this is mine, don't touch.
Yeah. So kind of the Chinese group, we kind of got together with Carrie, and then I think Hailin wants to do it too. And so we can, yeah, are you going to go to Success Summit?
Yeah, Provo, right? In Provo? Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
see you there. I'll see you there. Yeah.
Yeah, see you
Okay.
there. We will
Okay.
go. Maybe we
Okay.
can have a meeting, right, in Utah.
We can have fun in Utah
Yeah,
for sure.
yes,
And,
yes.
and we always learn from each other whenever we're having fun.
Okay.
All right.
Okay,
right.
All right.
you guys.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right. Thank you,
Aloha.
everyone.
Bye.
Thank you,
Bye.
Ellen.
Thank you. Okay.
Bye.
Thank you, Lydia. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you, Margaret. Thank you, Patrick. Thank you, give us this such a opportunity to learn a lot from Mr. Nagao. It's really amazing. It's not like just a sharing about business. It's about sharing life secret of a success. It's like a mindset class. It's not like a business presentation, you know. It's totally different from what I expected, but it's great. It's the greatest I have learned. Yeah, I want to learn. I want to hear more, but today is like we have enough. I mean, you may have something else to do. Otherwise, next time I think we need to set up not a longer time to learn the rest of what you have learned. You just brought a lot of what you have learned from your mentor to our meeting today. Yeah, it's really amazing. It's a try to like you put us to be in the position of a successful just like you, and then one day we'll be over there, right? You give us like a successful habit, successful thoughts first, and then just do whatever we gotta do to make it happen. It's really amazing. Yeah,
Right.
I love it so much. Thank you,
Let's
everyone.
Go type
It's
5
so-
together, as Philip Chun would say. Let's go, guys. We'll see you
High
guys.
five.
Yeah, let's be crazier.
Aloha.
High five.
Yeah.
Aloha.
Bye bye. Thank you,
Bye.
everyone. Thank you for
Okay,
your time.
bye-bye.
Thank
Have a
you,
nice day.
Alan.
Bye-bye.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Carrie.
Hi, Lydia, we take a photo.
Okay.
I'm
Every-
not sure.
Anybody can take a photo.
Picture
for us?
for-
Turn on your camera.
Hold on. Who can take a photo?